So I just want to say as well before we watch this video, basically the Illuminati want to bring in this New World Order army, okay? Now to do that, as you can see, it's really being pushed on the media at the moment about how much military presence we have here during the Olympic Games. Now, I'm not saying something is definitely going to happen in the Olympic Games, but is it probable, likely, that something could happen? Yes, because it's an ideal, scenario which everyone will be watching, which, the Illuminati love, and it's an ideal mind control element which they will use to bring in their new agendas, okay? Now, like I said earlier, we just need to be aware of what's going on, and this is just a possible scenario which I could see develop from this. Now, they basically want to ridicule, okay, the armed forces. They want to show flaws in the armed forces. They want to say that current military and security structure is out of date, unreliable and non-effective. Okay, so I think that is what they will use, okay, and they will then take this whole war on this made-up fake terror of their own creation to a next advancement then. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so at the start, in the summer of 2012, an event was to occur that would change the United Kingdom forever. Actually, sorry, this is actually from a series that was on BBC television over here called Spooks, Code 9. The same producers who make the very occult Doctor Who, okay? So here we have an event that would basically cause change to the United Kingdom forever. Let's move on.
Attack on London. In bomb terms, the blast was relatively small, but the death toll wasn't. Over 100,000 incinerated, and many more given a death sentence by radiation. For some people outside of the blast zone, life continued almost as normal. But after the attack, nothing in our country would ever be the same again.
Okay, so you heard him just say, nothing in this country will ever be the same again. So there we go, order out of chaos, right? Now, as we get to the 1 minute 30 mark, roughly, you listen to how they say controversial new security measures, okay?
British authorities have commenced operations to soon the mass evacuation of London and surrounding areas. Relocation centres have been set up by the government in the north of England for all those made homeless after the attack. From its temporary base in Manchester, the government have introduced controversial new security measures, as well as ordering a complete restructure of the security services.
Okay, so you heard that then, ordering a complete restructure of security services. Okay? To infiltrate and destroy a new generation of terrorists. Okay, so that's pretty much painting a clear picture there, isn't it? Guys, we're going to move on to the next video now. which is actually the new G.I. Joe, released 29th of June 2012, so it hasn't been released yet. Now this is the new official trailer that we're going to take a look at. Okay, so basically at the start here, I want you just to check out how G.I. Joe, which actually represents our current military forces, okay, are going to be basically attacked and infiltrated. Okay, so we have, you see on the bike there, the Cobra, the Serpent Army.
Let me get this straight. One whole weekend, you looking after my little girls.
Yep, as long as I can bring this. I love your kids, but they live to terrorize me.
I do. See that?
Security's earned.
Okay, now at 56 seconds, which is in about 10 seconds, and you'll hear the guy say, "Only one man that can authorize such a strike. I voted for him."
They're all dead. There's only one man who could authorize a strike like that. And I voted for him.
Okay, so it's basically, you know, talking about the president there, isn't it? Okay, so, you know, this definitely comes to mind, okay, this whole Backlash Illuminati card, which shows the president being ridiculed, okay? It could have something to do with it. Okay, now we're at 57 seconds. When we get to 1 minute 6 seconds, you'll hear, I think it's the president saying, "New Special Forces unit will protect us where the Joes could not." So basically saying, you know, there's a new order army will protect us where our current military could not protect us.
Fellow world leaders, this country is at war. The new Special Forces unit, codenamed Cobra, will protect us where the Joes couldn't. G.I. Joes are no more.
Okay, and it's also said basically the military forces are no more, so it's one world army now. Okay, now.
The president isn't the president.
So, as you heard us say, what if the president is not the president? Well, that certainly reminds me of the whole situation going on, which is, you know, widespread publicly, to do with this situation with Obama and his birth certificate, okay, which then also could be connected to the whole ridicule and that Illuminati card I just showed you.
Government has been infiltrated. Any and all traces of our existence is terminated. We have to assume that there's no one we can trust. There is one man. There's a reason we call ourselves Joes. Take 2 cases of Thin Mints and a box of chocolates. General Coleman, call me Joe. The Cobra did to us. Doesn't do too well.
Okay, so you just said what Cobra did to us, they are going to do to the world. Now, at 1 minute 52, you'll hear him say, "This is it. This is what we waited for."
This is it, boys. This is what we waited for. Boom.
Okay, and as you can see here, this is the London Eye, and basically, as you can see, a nuke has just hit. I think this could, I'm not sure about this down here, it might be the Houses of Parliament or something. Let's see if we can go back a little bit. Right, here we go. This Big Ben here, the London Eye. Okay.
Whoever did this will be back.
We're all that's left. Let's get to work. World ain't saving itself.
So that's basically it, guys. You know how they like to hide their plans. So it could very well be a scenario that they will use. I mean, they've put so many troops and surface-to-air missiles, all sorts of hardware that are down in these Olympic Games. So it could be a very good scenario. They're setting up our own armed forces for a fall. So they can bring in this new world army. Now, as I said, I don't know if this is definitely going to happen, but it's a possible scenario, and I can certainly see Satan and his New World Order trying to take advantage of this situation. Also, I just wanted to mention as well this whole thing with Obama. Now, I'm pretty sure Obama is depicted here, Denver Airport mural. Okay, now I think this is meant to be Obama, the leopard, and if you look at the two cubs, they got faces like little girls. Okay, now I thought for quite some time that these are Obama's little girls, and this is at the start like a story, and then at the end one we've got the leopard dead on the sacrificial altar. Basically, I think this is depicting World War III. We've got a city in the background, so on and so forth. So that's basically it for now, guys. As Jesus said, do not let these things trouble you. These things must come to pass. I highly recommend anyone who hasn't picked up the Bible to have a look, have a study, start with the New Testament, read about Jesus. He's the way, the only way we are going to get through this. Jesus Christ is Lord. Amen. God bless you.